Hey, what's up, brother? Jack Nerd here, bringing a quick video for you. I know it has been a hot minute since I actually posted on YouTube. I actually have been going through a lot of stuff lately, just trying to work on some things in my life. I'm also faced with a semi-difficult decision. It's just some things are just complicated. Just realizing a lot of stuff in my life that I gotta work on and fix, especially after the whole scam bullshit that happened to me, and of course some other stuff here at home, which I don't want to get into. But the purposing and reasoning of this video is to talk about some new customs I have been working on. Actually, I think one of the customs I did was toward the end of 23, then the others was a little mix and match between end of 23, beginning of 24, give or take. So the first custom I'm going to talk about is actually a kit bash, actually, with SH Figuarts parts, Marvel Legends parts, and a third-party 1/12 scale head sculpt from Manipul Studio, Manipul. So the first figure I'm going to talk about is my custom Tony Stark. Funny thing about this figure, I have, aka it's just now parts of the SH Figuarts Tony Stark from the Iron Man 3, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. It was too short. It didn't scale well with the suits, and it just didn't scream like badass, like, you know how Tony Stark is. So what I did, I used a Notaman body as the base, and then I actually had to do some modifications to the feet. So these shoes are not the original, and then I put a hole into the chest to have a removable arc reactor. I actually might put a hole into the shirt, an actual hole in the shirt. So you can see he's got the hole, and there's the arc reactor right there. As you can see, I got this from the Marvel Legends Ironmonger, which actually I just wanted this, but the Ironmonger figure is actually not that bad. And of course, this is the original arc reactor. Yeah, so just a little bit of paint, and then just to do this, put the arc reactor back in right there. There you have it. There's the arc reactor. So when it comes to this figure, I actually added some special features to it. I actually kind of based some of the figure off of the SH Figuarts. The Hot Toys. So the Hot Toys, you could actually put the armor parts on the figure. So I actually did that. So so just obviously take the feet off, like that. And since I got since I'm using this figure for the shoot, I'm actually just gonna do this on camera. So you take that, bunch up the pants, you grab one of these parts. This is all hollowed out, and you just slide that on, like so. And then you got the part of the leg there, and then you grab one of the Iron Man, one of the feet, pop that in. And then there you have it, one boot. And then you do the same with the other side. So bunch up the pants just a little bit, grab your boot. Of course, like I said, hollowed out. Slide that on. Like I said, I'll bunch up the pants a little bit. Almost knock the camera down. And grab the foot and plug that in. And there you have the armored boots. Then for the arms, all you gotta do is just remove the arm. Put this in the peg. I put that, there's a hole there. Of course, the hands are also pegged in. They're not exactly the best of pegs, unfortunately. And then do the same with this arm. Slide that in, like so. Grab the hand, and there you have it. There is Tony Stark, all in his kind of like Iron Man 3 look in a way. I mean, it's not one-to-one accurate, especially with the shirt. There'd be a lot of paint, or trying to figure out how to put all that design on the shirt. I mean, I wish I could just design the shirt in general. I don't know if there's anyone out there that actually does a 1/12 scale version of that shirt. But overall, I actually, this was a long sleeve, so I had to cut the sleeves off. And then, of course, the pants. I got, and then also, it actually comes with, actually got some kind of neat features with it, too. Hold on a second. So, I also used the thrusters from an Mafex Mark 43 to actually, hold on a second. I'm doing this off camera. To actually give him some effect parts to make it look like he's, you know, using some of his tech, you know? So yeah, like, I'm just gonna take one of these off, but yeah. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. So yeah, there's Tony Stark with some effects parts. He actually also has a set of fists, which actually the fists fit on a lot better than the open palm hands. Excuse me. So I'll just pop these fists on real quick. There we have it. Tony Stark in his armored test armor look for from Iron Man 3. Articulation wise, he's got an pretty good ab crunch. Legs kick out. Of course, you know, with the clothing will kind of hinder articulation a little bit. Arms, you know, like this, like that. Of course, like I said, clothing will hinder it just a wee bit. Double jointed arms. Butterfly joints, and of course the waist swivel. Yep, so yeah, there is a custom Tony Stark. Actually, I had a lot of fun working on it. I mean, I just wanted to try something new, challenge myself a little bit, and honestly, it definitely paid off. It's just trying to get this to stand is troublesome a little bit, especially when it comes to these feet. There we go, got it. All right, so the next custom I'm going to touch bases on. I kind of got a little. I don't think I got. I got a little bit of backlash on this custom actually. Though I don't have a Disney Plus account anymore, I was able to watch a couple of clips from the new What If series on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of things I did like. I did like the 1602. You know, like a lot of those designs, like the Captain America outfit, I thought that was pretty cool. But you know, watching that show, you know, I figured I can make a custom out of a certain character because I already have that character, which would be the one and only Captain Carter. So yeah, I've already been kind of bashed on this figure. I don't know why. It just kind of like, I'm just gonna move Tony out of the way because reasons, and his foot just fell off. I was like I said, I was doing a shoot for the crossover. So yeah, I made an SH Figure Arts Captain Carter from What If. Very simplistic custom, but a lot of things of the some of the things I had to do, I actually had to cut off the chest from the original figure, so I had to actually like cut it off and then use my Dremel to actually get the whole get that look right. And then using parts from Infinity War, Captain America from the SH Figuarts. So it would be these arms here. This is from Captain Carter. The hands are from Infinity War, Captain America, and everything else is from a recycled. The rest of the body is from the Captain Hydra I did back when I was doing Convergence. So it's a recycled. It's pretty much a recycled custom. A lot of the things I do that I do like is just I think the paint job looks really good. Does have that, you know, that's the United Kingdom's ass, I guess. But yeah, I did get some backlash on this custom because you know, I mean, I thought it was a good idea at the time. I mean, I do like the articulation, and she can actually get into a lot more dynamic poses. So I mean, eventually once I work on some more with Continuum, and I would like to actually do a couple of animations with her and the other captains I have. So she's got a lot more articulation and a lot more hand options. But overall, I'm not gonna lie, it was a fun custom to do. I mean, like I said, I did get some backlash on it, but I mean, overall, I really like it, and that's the thing, you know. I mean, all the, you know, haters are gonna hate, but you know, it's like, but yeah, you know, I gave Captain Carter better articulation versus what she originally had, you know. The one issue I have with this figure is it's trying to make it stand. I guess it's just the because I had to actually cut off the boot spats from the Legends figure to actually cut it. You know, make sure that it looks like Captain Carter, you know, from What If. But like I said, no more articulation. And of course, yeah, it does look like a female, pretty much a female bodybuilder per se, you know. Yes, female bodybuilders exist, and you know, that's you know, death by snoo, you know. So yeah, there's, come on, Cap. So yeah, there's Captain Carter, if she could fucking stand. But yeah, like I said, you get the point. She's got you know, more of a ab crunch. You know, arms double jointed. Arms are 360 degrees, you go like that. You can double join the arms, double join the knees. Like I said, I got to figure out why she's not standing the way I want it to. But yeah, overall, a very fun custom to do. I really enjoyed working on something completely different and new. And honestly, I mean, she turned out pretty good. I like how she turned out. I'm not gonna lie. Just haters gonna hate. Of course, when I probably put her over here, I probably won't understand. I'm just gonna put her aside, right here. I mean, these extreme sets are nice and all, but damn, they are expensive and they feel kind of cheap sometimes, in my opinion. So the next custom I'm going to talk about, well, I mean, the next custom I'm going to talk about is kind of another, taking another Mafex Infinity War Captain America and taking another Legends figure and making it into something even better. So what I did, I took the Infinity War Captain America from Mafex and created a U.S. agent, John Walker. I really like how this figure turned out, and this is the fourth time using this Infinity War Captain America mold. As you know, I have used it a total, like I said, yeah, I've used it a total of 4 times. I mean, obviously, I think the first time was Sam Wilson Captain America, and I'll talk about him in this final segment regarding with these other figures I use for this mold. And of course the Captain Hydra for the crossover, and of course the Wolverine variant, which I have talked about on this channel multiple times because it was a fun custom to do. And on top of that, I felt like the paint job was, the repaint was a lot better versus the original. So a lot of the Legends parts are actually implemented on this figure. I had to use a Dremel, cut off the chest plate, the abdomen plate, and then of course up here for the shoulders. And of course the kneecaps came off the figure, and then the legs. So I mean, it's a lot of pretty much like reuse from kind of like the parts that I use for Captain Hydra, but of course implemented them for a custom US agent. And of course he comes with a gun. The holster was actually part of the Marvel Legends that I actually did customize by the paint, and of course adding a holster with a gun. But the one thing, I'll talk about this in a second here. The one thing I really liked putting into these some of these customs, especially the Captain America variants, are magnets. So I really enjoyed doing a lot of that. So there is a magnet on the back. So there's a magnet inside the back. So I'm going to take this magnet here just to give you an example, and then boom, right there. And there are also magnets in both forearms, which I segue into the next bit on this this custom here, is the shield. I want to try to keep this as covered as possible when I show everybody. So yeah, the shield actually was from a SH Figure Arts Captain America. Actually, the shield was reused or recycled from the Captain Hydra that I had. So I repainted the shield, I added some damage, and this is what I ended up with. As you can see, it is definitely a lot more of a grittier shield. It's got blood splatters, it's got dings and damages on it, making it look like, because I think John Walker was kind of the edgy Captain America, or, you know, kind of the edgy one. Like, he was like the loose cannon, per se, in the comics. So I am like, you know, why not just give him a shield with some battle damage, a little bit of blood splatter, and there you have it. But yeah, so now we'll get to a little bit of a kind of another quick review of molds. I really enjoyed this mold, and actually that is the last time I'm using this mold for a custom, because I mean it gets expensive after a while. But overall, I had a lot of fun using this mold. Like I said, I've used a total of 4 times. Okay, there we go. And keeping with the vibe of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, here is the Sam Wilson Captain America variant, which I completely redone and repainted. That was not supposed to happen. And what I mean by redone, repainted, I completely replaced the forearms, replaced the boots, the kneecaps, redid the abdomen, and repainted the figure to a much more cleaner aesthetic. I actually did do some additional sculpting in the legs. So yeah, I mean, overall, that was I was actually glad to be able to redo that figure. Of course, then we got the Captain Hydra variant, which I'm not going to repaint him, but I'm going to eventually add a matte finish because he is a little too shiny. So there's the Captain Hydra variant. And of course, last but not least, the Days of Futures Past Wolverine variant from using this mold. I mean, like I said, I cannot believe I've used this mold a total of 4 times. And of course, all these customs are in a variety of scale and height. I think Wolverine's probably the tallest using this mold. So yeah, overall, it's been a good run with this mold overall. I mean, I really like it. I love the Endgame mold, which I used for Captain Hydra. I love the Infinity War mold. I mean, like I said, I like the mold so much. I made 4 customs, 4 separate characters, one semi-OC, but not really, because it does exist. But this, like I said, this version of mine is my own version, my own history, my own telling of the tale of Baron von Rogers. But yeah, overall, like I said, this mold has been fun to work with. It has been a joy to work with, and I can see a lot of reuse from that mold. I mean, it is going to be reused again for the Captain America, from the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is the stealth suit, which I actually have on pre-order. Which the one thing I do not like is these all have a bicep cut, you know, where it's right here on the shoulder and stuff like that. You know, like, see, I'll take Sam here. You know, they got the bicep cut. You know, I like that. Unfortunately, with this new mold of that's coming out for Cap, it's not going to have that, especially with the first Avenger mold too, which I don't have on pre-order. But like I said, you know, this has been a fun mold to work with. It really has. And the last custom is kind of more of a preview. I actually, funny thing, when I was working on Captain Carter, I was trying to figure out, like, what can I do? What kind of parts can I find to make a more articulated version? So I bought I don't know if it was a KO or what, but I did buy a Dark Knight Rises. It was from the 3rd movie, Catwoman. I really like the simplicity of the suit. So what I did is actually starting to create a custom Mariah Hill from, yeah, obviously she doesn't have a head right now, but as you can see, this is all done up in a kind of like a navy blue color. So, and then of course she has a holster, different belt. The legs are not going to be accurate. The boots are somewhat accurate. I actually took those off of Madam Hydra. And of course the hands actually are from a Figma KO, which I'm going to paint these up in a flesh tone color, and then probably repaint the neck too. So when I get the head sculpt for this figure, it's gonna be really cool. I actually did order a head sculpt. The seller actually messaged me on eBay, and they're like, "Hey, do you want? What's the scale? Like 1/12? What's it for? Mafex." So yeah, there's incoming custom there. And actually, Mariah would probably be my last custom for a while. After I do the video with her, like I said, Mariah is going to be the last custom on the channel for some time. Regarding with the 1/12 scale, I actually got a couple of Transformer customs I got to finish up. So stay tuned for those. I actually got to finish up, yeah, a total of 2 customs for my Transformer side of things, side of the house. So I definitely will talk about them at a later date. But like I said, I mean, I really enjoyed this mold, using this mold as many times as I can, starting from Captain America to Captain Hydra to Wolverine, and then finally finishing off with U.S. Agents. It's a great mold. The only update for this figure is the head sculpt. I actually did find a John Walker head sculpt. It was supposed to be here Saturday, but weather, snow, all that jazz. But I just want to say thank you to those that have stuck around, subscribed to the channel. Hopefully I can at least get enough footage to at least get a trailer somewhat put together for Continuum. Please stay tuned for that. And from all of us here with the F-Team Podcast, the Fanboy Studios, the channel, this is the Jack Nerd, signing out. Have a good one, guys.